Okay. Welcome to VEDA, day 21. I am in my car because I just got off work and I'm about to run out of sunlight, so we're doing this quickly. And there's somebody behind me and this is so uncomfortable and awkward. Really? Is that necessary? Okay. I want to talk about an experience I had in 2011. At the time, I had just gone to live in Brooklyn for about 8 weeks, a little self-imposed practice and writing residency. I was subletting this super cheap apartment in Ditmas Park. And while I was there, I was going around to like jam sessions and shows and meeting people and taking lessons. I was also really struggling with songwriting. Like, I was convinced that every single idea I had was shit. You know, young artists think that nothing good can come out of them. And I was really entrenched in that. I found myself at the Manhattan Room or something, this vocal jam session, and I met this piano player who invited me to this random loft apartment for something called circle singing. Circle singing is like an improvisational choir. So I get there and I don't know anybody, and there's kind of a variety of singers, some who have experience, some with less experience, but everybody seems to know each other and is having a great time. We play a bunch of different improvisation games, and one of them was called Traveling Trios. The way it works is that the first person in the trio is the groove maker, so they come up with some kind of pattern. So maybe that's like doom doom doo de doom 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 doo de doom doom. The second person can either make a harmonizing part or an interlocking part. Doom doom doo de doom doom dee dee dee. And then the third person becomes the soloist. So you've got the groove going by the first two people and the third person takes a solo over that. It can literally be anything. It doesn't have to be that rhythmic. It can be anything. There were a number of amateurs who had done very, very little singing in their life. And I just remember there was this one woman and she started singing an idea that I was certain was going to train wreck. And I got that like secondhand embarrassment for her. Like, I realize now this is a super shitty attitude to have, but just like, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing that thing. It's going to absolutely fail. Like, obviously it's going to fail. So before it even had a chance to get out of the gate, I was like judging it hard. And the second person started doing an interlocking part or harmonizing part. And all of a sudden, this idea that I thought was terrible became totally fine and actually great. And I just remember being swept by an emotion akin to shame, but mostly like just gobsmacked that I was actually the problem. And in that moment, I realized, oh, there are no bad ideas, only undeveloped ideas. And I think about that often. I think about that every time I take a look at a new composition that I start, or I listen to somebody's work, or I hear somebody perform. You know, I try to reserve my initial judgment and try and see the bigger picture, or try and see where something can go. That really stayed with me forever. Anyway, that's it for VEDA Day 21. Please like and subscribe for more content about creativity and songwriting and jazz and all kinds of singy things. And yeah, that's all for today. I've been Renee, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!